A decade from now, June 2nd, 2015, could be regarded as a turning point for Australian agriculture. It's the day the federal government, the Grains Research and Development Corporation and Bayer Crop Science committed to work together to find new chemistry to control herbicide-resistant broadacre weeds.
The problem we've got in Australia now, there's up to 39 species of plant, species of weed, which are actually resistant.
The agreement set in place a 5-year partnership with the investment of $45 million by GRDC to discover new molecules known to work on resistant Australian weeds. At the Bayer Crop Science Weed Control Research Centre in Frankfurt, there's already more than 200 chemists and biologists at work on weed science. GRDC's investment adds another 33 postdoctorate positions to be filled by Australians, engaged to find new resistance-breaking technologies. Developing new herbicides can take up to 15 years and cost €200 million, or about 290 million Australian dollars.
We are testing around 100,000 or more compounds in our laboratories. We will then profile them in our greenhouses and we will use Australian weeds, and we test every year. Depends on between 20 to 50 compounds in the field, and with this new concept we will test those screening compounds, the early compounds which have been identified as new herbicides also in Australia.
In Focus. Crop Science.
Welcome to our new chemical lab here, which has just been refurbished in record time. And here we're working on literally groundbreaking research in the area of weed control.
Weed control is, from all the feedback we get from growers and our grower customers around the world, the number one issue that they're struggling with. And we can make a really, really big difference.
I always say to a farmer, if you're getting great weed control with a particular herbicide, change it. Change it while it's still working. Use diversity. In that way, the chemical will last for many years on your farm, not just the next 3 years.
Our integrated weed management program is a program which we have launched some years ago in order to sustain the use of our herbicides. Diversity is the future. That's the key slogan which we try to promote in different countries, especially in Australia. Weed resistance came up as a serious problem, and that's why the GRDC recognized we have to do something together.
We need to keep doing it. We need to keep being successful. And the only way my stakeholders are going to have a long-term future is by being better than their competitors, and Bayer is going to be a key plank in that effort.
The collaboration with Bayer involved 11 Australians and New Zealanders coming over to Germany to take up positions. In terms of our collaboration with German colleagues in the labs, I think people have been so welcoming. It's a very friendly company. It's kind of just like a family.
This herbicide innovation partnership is really a groundbreaking initiative, and you have to think our customers, basically growers in Australia, are funding now research and development in Germany, here in Frankfurt, because they believe in our capabilities.
The benefits from the Australian point of view is, for the very first time, Australia will be raised as a priority one country, really focusing on the weeds, or including the weeds from Australia into the screening program. Nonetheless, the benefits will not just be for Australia overall. It's going to greatly increase the rate of herbicide discovery, which will benefit farmers globally.
I'm from Perth, Australia, from Curtin University, and I'm here to work on new herbicides.
So my name is Stephanie Belmain, I'm 28 years old, I'm from Melbourne in Australia, and I'm working here making herbicides as part of the Herbicide Innovation Partnership.
The Herbicide Innovation Partnership is very interesting for me personally because it lets me do new chemistry that I have not done so far. And also we get to help with securing food for the future.
The lab work of organic chemistry is, I always think of it kind of like cooking. So where you take a whole lot of different ingredients and then you put them all together in different ways, and so the final products, what might be the dishes if you will, are the molecules that we make. And so you make a whole lot of different dishes out of the same components essentially.
Scientific research does not happen in a vacuum. You're always bouncing ideas of other scientists. And that's what we have here in Bayer. We have biologists and chemists working together, which means an idea from one leads to an idea from the other one. And then eventually out of all of those ideas we find one that is really good and we pursue that one. If that one doesn't fail, we go back to our idea bank and we pick another one, and then we pursue that one.
The team spirit here at Bayer is really the most important thing. I mean, everyone seems very keen to help each other out. Even if you're working on different projects, everyone's prepared to give advice and help to each other.
I'm really enjoying my time here. I have met a whole bunch of new friends, both my Australian colleagues and my German colleagues, and I have been welcomed really, really well. I feel as a part of a team, and I felt as part of a team from the first week. And that is due mostly to the people I work with here in the lab.
What I like about working in agriculture is that we get to see the outcome of the chemistry that we're doing. So when we make a product, we get to go and look in the greenhouses and see whether the chemicals are working or not. So we see the immediate outcome of our work.
Bayer. Science for a better life.